Bonjour, salut, comment ça va? C'est moi, Nicolas, encore. Je suis ici pour faire des exercices pour que tu ne perdes pas ton français. Hein? So, bonjour, hello everyone, it's Nick. I'm back here again, just doing a little bit of exercises to make sure that you don't lose your French. Now, before we get started with today's assignment, a couple of things. Number one, you can always keep in touch with me through my email address. Now, if you want to type your answers up and send them to email instead of putting them in the comment section of the videos, you can do that. If you just have a question, you can contact me there. So Nicholas, Nicholas, Jagneaux, Jagneaux, at EPSB, that's like Evangeline Parish School Board, EPSB.com. Second thing, when you go to the videos, here we go, where's my video? Where's my video? When you go to the videos, below the video, in the section below the video, you've got the description, right? You'll all know how that works. In the description is a link to my webpage. It's a link to my webpage, my teacher's webpage. Why would you want to know that? Because if you click it, it takes you to my home page from my webpage as a teacher, and it's got all the assignments listed with a link to the video. And if there's an assignment, and if there's an extra thing you have to download. So those are very useful things to know. If you haven't subscribed, now you need to make a YouTube account in order to subscribe, but if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the little bell to get a notification when I post a new video. Like you would have known that this one came. If you had been subscribed in already, you would have gotten this one. So, allez, cliquez le bouton pour souscrire à ma page. Et puis cliquez la cloche, hit the bell in order to get the announcements. Okay, so what are we doing today? Today, we're going to be working on the chapter assessment. So here's your assignment. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to do the chapter assessment. In just a moment, you're going to press pause on the video. And you're going to go do the chapter assessment. And then you're going to come back and we're going to check your answers. Or you can do one, then press pause and listen to the answer, and then do another one, and then listen to the answer, and do another one at a time with me. It's entirely up to you. But this is what I'd like for you to work on right now, is on your own sheet of paper. I want you to do all the chapter assessment, and then we'll go over the answers. So right now, pause the video, turn off the video, and then come back after you finish doing it. Voila. Oh, I didn't tell you what page it was on. Boom! You were like, how am I supposed to do it? It's on Chapter 5 assessment, page 180. L'assessment de chapitre 5, l'assessment de chapitre 5, page 180. Page 180. So, Chapter 5 assessment, page 180. Now go do it. Okay, so here we go. You're back and we've done it. You've done this. Remember that you were supposed to do them and then translate them, right? I didn't give that instruction because it's like, oh, well, they know that instruction already. But in case you didn't remember that instruction, I'm trying to get the light just right in my eyes. Look, I've got a word. I got no. So right here, there are no words. Look into my eyes. Look into my. I'm just joking. I can't do anything. So I want you to translate everything, and then we do it. So let's look at this. So we've got après les cours, Michel et Chantal vont au. So when you were translating this, you had après les cours, which is after class, after the courses. Okay, after class. Michel et Chantal vont au blank. Now, little thing about Michel et Chantal. Are they boys? Are they girls? Does it matter in this sentence? Ultimately, it doesn't matter in this sentence because we're not trying to figure out anything that has to do with masculine or feminine. Okay, so, well, not as it relates to them. All right, their gender has nothing to do with this sentence. But just as a little side note, a little cultural note, Do we know if Michelle is a boy or a girl? Do we know if Chantal is a boy or a girl? Well, let's start with Chantal. Chantal is a girl. That's a girl's name, Chantal. All right? So I even know someone here in Louisiana named Chantal. Michelle. So Michelle, is that a boy or a girl? Now, here in the United States, Michelle is a girl's name, but you'll notice that Michelle is spelled like this. As a girl, it's spelled Michelle. Notice what happened here. We doubled the L before we added the E. This is a girl's name, Michelle. So this name right here, this French name, Michelle, like this, without the extra L and the E, is a guy's name. So this Michelle is a guy. It's like our Michael. Okay, so Michelle, this is like Michael. And then a girl's name would be Michelle, like this. Okay, I know some Michelles. All right. So vont au. So where are they going? So they're going au café ou au ensemble. They're either going to the cafe or they're going to the together. You can't choose this one. Now, it might be that they're going together. Wherever they're going, they are going together. But look what this says. It says they are going to the. They're going to the. It'd be to the cafe. All right? Not to the together. Next. Il trouve blank à la terrasse. So they find something on the terrace of the cafe, on the patio. So do they find une table libre or une tartine? Do they find a free table, an empty table, a table that's not been taken, or do they find a slice of bread? Look, it could be both of them, right? I mean, I can imagine you go to a dirty place and the wait staff doesn't clean up the floor, or they had some customers who were like sitting there and they were just like really dirty and they left some bread all over the floor. It's possible you could find a slice of bread on the patio. Maybe somebody was trying to feed the birds. All right. So, yeah, there's a sense in which both of these could be true, but what we're doing here is we want to make the most logical conclusion, right? So the most logical is what are they going to the terrace for? What are they going to the patio for? They're going to find a place to sit, and so consequently, we're going to say they find a free table and an empty table. Next. Le serveur blank la carte à Chantal. Le serveur blank la carte. So what does he do? Does he look at or does he give? The server is giving the menu to Chantal. Excellent. Next. Chantal a soif. Okay, so how did you translate Chantal a soif? So a normally means has. Can you get that? Let me write that a little bit bigger. Normally, a means has. Right? It comes from the verb avoir. Avoir. And when we conjugate avoir, then we have the verb form a, which means has. Avoir means to have, so this would normally say has. So how did you translate it right here? Did you say that Chantal has thirst? No, because that's a weird way to talk in English. We don't say that someone has thirst. I mean, it's possible to say it, but once again, we want to go with what's more normal and more natural, right? And so it's much more normal and natural to say Chantal is thirsty. So in this particular case, we're going to make it say is. We're going to force it to say something that it's not naturally normally saying in French. In French, it's naturally normally saying has, but we're going to make it in English say is. Chantal, rather, is thirsty. So, elle commande quelque chose. She orders something to do what? Something to, of course, if she's thirsty, she doesn't want anything to eat. She wants something to drink. À boire. À boire. Elle commande quelque chose à boire. Okay. What about Michel? Michel, il a faim. So once again, same thing here. How are you translating it? Michel a faim. Are you saying Michel has hunger? I mean, that's possible, but we probably would say Michel is hungry. So we're going to force this. Instead of saying has, which is what it normally wants to say, we're going to make it say is. Michel is hungry. Il prend, so he's taking. What does he take if he's hungry? Un jus d'orange. Does he take orange juice? No, not if he's hungry. Une tartine de pain beurré, so he takes a piece of buttered bread. That would solve his hunger. Dude's at a restaurant, and he's just taking the buttered bread? What? He's got no money? It's like they bring bread to the table, and he's like, no, I'm good. Just leave the bread here. And that's cool, that's cool. I don't know, maybe he just wants to spend all his money on Chantal. He's got no money for himself. I don't know, but that's the thing he's going to do because he's hungry. All right, so next. Here we go. À midi, at noon. Okay, so at noon, this is important because we're establishing the time of the day. So it's noontime. Henry va, so Henry goes or is going to blank au restaurant, at the restaurant. So it's at noontime. What is the normal thing? Is it going to be dîner, which is to dine or to eat dinner? Is it déjeuner, which is to eat lunch? Or is it payer? He's going to pay. So at noon, Henry is going to pay at the restaurant. I can imagine a story where that would be true, but that's not the most logical. So he's not going to dîner. Okay, he won't dîner. Il va pas dîner. Il va pas dîner. He's not going to eat dinner because it's not the time of the day. Il va déjeuner. Il va déjeuner. He's going to eat lunch. Il blank le métro. Il blank le métro. So he's doing something with the subway. With the subway. So il prend, he's taking the subway. Il commande, he's ordering the subway. Il laisse, he's allowing, he's letting, he's leaving the subway. Most logical one is, of course, il prend, he takes the subway. Because he's going to the restaurant, so he's going to take the subway. Next. Henri aime, so he likes son steak. He likes his steak. How does he like his steak? À pied, he likes it on, that's really raw. If you like your steak while it's still on its foot, standing up, à pied, it's on its own feet, that's raw. I don't like my steak that way. À point, which would be like well done. À point would be like medium rare. Or ensemble would be together. So how does he like his steak? He should like his steak medium rare. It's really the best way to eat a steak if you're going to get a grilled steak. Medium rare, in that range. Don't leave me an ugly note saying that it's not good like that. Everybody likes steak. Whichever way you like your steak, if you're going to eat your steak, cook till it's almost burnt, and that's how you're going to eat it, go for it. All right? If you're going to eat your steak so that it's still, alive and standing, and that's how you like your steak, go for it. All right? I don't have to eat it around you. You can just eat it by yourself. Go for it. But honestly, if you eat a good piece of meat, a really good piece of meat that's meant to be grilled, you really should be eating it in the medium rare-ish range, right? Because you get all the good flavors of the beef that comes out of it. Whatever. All right. Après le déjeuner, so after lunch. Après le déjeuner, after lunch. Henri, what is Henry going to do after lunch? Is he going to demande, which is ask for, invite, or laisse, or leave, or let, or allow the bill, the check? Well, he's going to demande. He's going to ask for the check. All right. Dans les restaurants en France, in restaurants in France, blank est compris. Blank est compris. So this is one of the things we get to do in your vocabulary list, and if we had been in class, we'd have had a really good discussion about it. But in class, the glass is included, the bill is included, or the service is included. And the answer here is the service. We weren't in class. For some of you, might not have, because some of you, we left before we had a discussion of this. Here's the deal. In France, when you go and you're at a restaurant and they give you the bill, how much, you ordered your steak, you ordered your drink, you ordered your salad, whatever dessert, and you come, and there's a total right there. And in that total, you're going to also have an amount that we would normally in the United States call the tip. But it's going to be included in that bill already. So your tip already comes included in what you pay. Now, if you want to leave a little bit extra, a little lagniappe, a little extra, a little lagniappe, then you can, All right, now it would be called un pourboire. Un pourboire would be a little bit extra that you don't have to pay because it's not in the bill. But in a lot of places in France and in Belgium, I know for sure, probably across Europe, I'm guessing, you're going to have in your bill, especially at the nicer restaurants, not maybe like a little cafe in and out lunch kind of thing, but like a nicer restaurant, you're going to have included in your bill, you're going to have the service, the tip. So you just pay whatever's there, and if you don't want to leave anything on the table, you get up and walk out, that's fine. You don't have to feel guilty about it. It was included. But if the service was good, because they didn't include a lot of money. It's not like they were leaving a lot of money that was put inside of that check. So if your service is really good, your waiter was nice, your waitress was nice, they brought the food to you, they gave good recommendations, they saw about you, whatever, and you're happy with it, even if you already have it included, leave a little bit of money, leave un pourboire, laisse un pourboire, leave a tip. Okay? It's just nice to do. All right. Next. So here you have to use the verb aller. Fill in the blanks. Nous, and so it's nous, so nous allons. Nous allons à l'école. We are going to school by car. Are we going to school in a car? Are we going to school by car? Do we go to school by car? Do we take the car to school? Laurent, tu vas. Because it's tu. So, Laurent, are you going to the cafe? Vous allez. Bien, madame. Vous allez. Bien, madame. So here this would be like, are you doing? Vous allez. Bien, madame. Are you doing well? So here we're going to force aller to say doing. We wouldn't say, are you going well, ma'am? We would say, are you doing well? Are you doing? So even though aller means to go, when we're asking about people's health, how their day is going, how their life in general is going, we'd say, are you doing okay? Are you doing well? Right? Instead of are you going? So we're forced aller to say doing in this case. It doesn't normally say that. That's the next chapter, chapter 6. We're going to get the verb to do. This is the verb aller, but we're still going to say, are you doing well? All right? Next. Okay. Je vais au café avec mes copains. So I am going, and here we got déjeune and déjeuner. So we got one that's conjugated and one that's not conjugated. It's the same word, just in the conjugated or the unconjugated form, in the infinitive form. Which one do we choose? So let's examine this. Here I've got verb 1, and I'm going to be putting it in a blank where we're calling that verb 2, the second verb. Now what's the rule that I told you? When you have two verbs that come one right after the other with the same subject. So the subject of vais is je. And the subject of this second verb would still be je. And they come one right after the other. Then what's the rule? First verb gets conjugated. You can see it is conjugated. And what happens to the second verb? It stays in the infinitive. So this would say, je vais déjeuner. Je vais déjeuner. I am going to eat lunch. Je vais, I am going, déjeuner, to eat lunch, au café, at the cafe, avec mes copains, with my friends. Same thing is going to happen right here. I've got ils vont, which is verb 1, and I want to fill it in with verb 2. And so in these, this is the one that I need because it's still in the infinitive form. So ils vont laisser. They are going to leave. They're going to leave behind un pourboire, a tip pour le serveur. So the server must have done an excellent job. They already had maybe a kind of a tip already built into the bill. They had le service, which was included. But now they're saying, oh no, the waiter did just a great job. And so they're going to leave another tip, un pourboire. So laisser because it's verb 2. All right? All right, so here, les amis vont, and then I have to use a or de. So remember that a le, la, L apostrophe, and les becomes O, A-U-X. Remember that? And then I had de, so if I'm saying a and le to the, that becomes O. A and le to the plural becomes O. But a la stays the same and a L apostrophe stays the same. De and la, of the, from the, by the, about the becomes du. De les becomes des. And so in these sentences, les amis vont blanc café. So am I saying the friends are going, or am I saying they're going to the cafe? They're going of the cafe, from the cafe. Now I'd say they're going to the cafe. So here I want to say to the. I want to say they're going to the cafe. To the. So I'm going to say a. And then the cafe is masculine. Cafe is masculine, singular. Masculine, singular. A le. Can I leave à l'heure? So this has to become au café. They're going to the cafe. Here. Vincent rentre blank école à 5 heures. So Vincent is returning. Is he returning? Probably. Is he returning to the school or from school at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Is he returning to school at 5 in the afternoon or from school? And I can imagine a situation where he went home at 3 o'clock and he's coming back to school because it's practice for some sport. And you could say, oh, he's returning to school at 5 o'clock. But this word rentre would probably not be used in that case. I'd probably use retourner, to return. And this rentre would probably, it's more like I'm leaving that place. So rentre is to leave from a place, right? To return from a place. So I want to say from school. So I want to say from. But remember in French, I can't get away with just from. I have to say the. So I have to say from the school. From the school. So how do I say from? I say de. And how do I say the in front of école? École is singular and it starts with a vowel. So it's l'école. From the school. De l'école. Next. C'est la voiture blank père de Marie. So it's the car. Am I saying it's the car at the father, to the father of Marie? Or is the car of the father of Marie? Yeah, I'm saying it's the car of the father of Marie. It's Marie's father's car. It's the car of the father of Marie. It's the car of Marie's father. The father of Marie. So it's the car of the father of Marie. Of the. I want to say of the father. Now, how do I say of? Yes, we say de. And how do I say the father? It's masculine singular, so it's le. Can I leave de le? Can I leave de le? Cannot leave de le. This has got to become du. Du père. De le becomes du. Du père. Le prof donne un examen. So the teacher is giving an exam. Am I going to say he's giving an exam of the students? He's giving an exam from the students? Or am I going to say he's giving an exam to the students? I'm going to say to the students. To the students. To the students. So, he's giving an exam to the students. I say, ah. And how do I say the students? Well, here students is plural. So because it's plural, it's going to become les. Even though it starts with a vowel, it's plural. So it's les élèves. Now, can I leave a and les. A and les becomes O. So it's aux élèves. Aux élèves. Got that? Got it. Great. Lastly, one little final section, and then we're done with this review. And it's the verb prendre. So, les copains, and I'm going to use prendre. I'm going to use the verb prendre. Les copains, it's plural, so it's prennent. Les copains prennent, P-R-E-N-N-E-N-T, prennent le métro. The friends are taking the subway. Vous prenez. Do y'all take breakfast at your house? Do you eat breakfast at your house? Pour monter, in order to go up to the apartment, pour monter à l'appartement, in order to go up to the apartment, in order to go upstairs to the apartment. On, my subject is on, so it's prend. On prend l'ascenseur, we take the elevator. In order to go up to the apartment, in order to go up to the apartment, in order to mount to the apartment, to go up to the apartment, we take the elevator. Tu is prend with an S. Tu prends un sandwich at midi. Tu prends un sandwich at midi. Oui. Tous les jours de la semaine, je prends un sandwich. Quand je travaille à l'école, when I work at school, on a school day, je mange, I eat un sandwich tous les jours. I eat a sandwich every day. Wow, every day. Anyway, all right, so those are the last few. One last little thing that I've got going on here. So one last little thing, and that is, look at my shirt. I like that shirt. What? This is, let me tell you how old it is. I want you to guess how old this shirt is. Let me just go ahead and model it off a little bit, turn it around. All right. You may not like it, but how old is it? Is it 5 years old? 10 years old? Older? 15? Older? 20? Older? 25? Older? 26 years old, this shirt. This is the jersey the United States soccer team wore when they hosted the World Cup in 1994. And I bought this shirt in Belgium because I wasn't in the United States to watch it. I was over in Belgium, and I found this jersey over there. And let me just tell you what, jersey technology has come a long way in the last 26 years. Woo! I don't know how they played in the summer, and this jersey is this polyester knit blend. Oh my goodness! But it's in still great shape, man. Look, 26 years ago, and I can still wear it. Anyway, that's the end of this lesson today. The next lessons we're going to start is chapter 6. For some of you, it's absolutely brand new material, but that's okay. We're going to start chapter 6 anyway. Watch it anyway. When we come back to school, we will come back to school in the fall. Then if you've got these videos, you can always, refer back to them in August, right before it's time to start, and refresh your memory. Okay? So please take advantage of that. And in the meantime, since we're not coming back to school the rest of the school year, you'll please still be safe. Take care of yourselves. All right? Be safe. Make good decisions. I really want to see y'all next year because I like y'all so much. I've told you already, and I mean this. I've got the best students on campus. Without a doubt, you are the best students on campus. And if it wouldn't be for you, I don't know what I'd be doing. I would be teaching still, but it wouldn't be quite as fun as it is teaching you. And I miss you. Take care of yourselves. I want to see y'all next year. Okay? Au revoir. Un de ces jours. À plus tard.